example, Mohandas Pai, Dr. Mahajan mentioned war room. Now, I know of a task force and a team maybe monitoring at the center, but he also mentioned task force, war rooms in states and districts. Mohandas Pai, I'll tell you why I'm asking you this question. In Bengaluru and in Karnataka, I know for a fact that during the first wave, there was a panel set up, doctors were advising, they were taking expert opinion, they were taking feedback, they were open, they were receptive. Now, I'll tell you today what has happened after the tragedy in this hospital where 24 lives were lost. There was a new head chosen for the task force. You know, we got this press release, I'm just reading out from it. It said the Deputy Chief Minister, Dr. Ashwath Narayan, would be made the new head of the task force. And they had to reconstitute the task force. Now, my question is, do we really have war rooms at the state and district level to coordinate the levels of oxygen? Now, you are a member of the industry. You know how this can be worked out. Mohandas Pai.
Niranjan, the first fact is, let us understand, we don't have enough hospital beds, we don't have enough doctors, we don't have enough staff. You go to a hospital, they're all chock-a-block, they're all choked. People are waiting outside to get in. We don't have capacity. India's infection went up from 1 lakh on the 1st of April to 4 lakhs on 28th of April. No country in the world could manage it going up from 100,000 to 400,000 in 29 days. Because, you know, everybody who goes to a hospital doesn't have a bed. Our doctors are dying, our nurses are dying. They're working for 18, 20 hours. They are fatigued. Only thing they do when I call them, they cry in front of us saying, we are so helpless. We can't do anything. We are doctors. We're supposed to save lives. We don't have oxygen. We have oxygen in the steel plants. We don't have vehicles to transport. We don't have the tankers. How will the oxygen come from the Bhilai to Delhi? We don't have enough tankers. The railways are running tankers. Tankers are coming. We are importing those tankers. We have only 1,200 tankers when we require 2,500. How will it be transported? And when it comes to Delhi, the surge is so much that you can't do it. Now, God help us when it goes to the districts. At least in Bangalore, in Mumbai, there is somebody who can manage, you can scream and shout. What happens to the districts? What happens to Chamarajanagar, which is beyond anything else? What happens to Hindupur? What happens to less developed areas? We're only going to see more deaths. So what is the solution? Supreme Court passing an order. What can the Supreme Court do? They cannot manage anything. Yes, state government has set up. They are trying to do their best. They are coordinating. We can point fingers at them and say they can do more. But we just don't have the capacity. And we need to plan all this. That's why the army forces have been brought in because they have capacity in the hospital. They have got manpower. They can at least alleviate 5-10% of what can be done. They can set up, you know, centers on a war footing. The DRDO is supposed to have 1,500 oxygen plants being put up in 15-20 days. I don't know. We just have to lead through it, Niranjan.
Yeah. Now, let me ask Dr. Talwar, because Dr. Talwar is the chief advisor to the Punjab government on COVID-19. Why don't you tell us, Dr. Talwar, what is the situation on the ground? You know the situation in Punjab. What's the shortfall? What's the shortfall?
In Punjab, we certainly have a, like what you may call a war room or a control room, very regular kind of discussion with all the stakeholders trying to make sure that, like in Punjab, we have now around 200 or 300 plus patients coming from the Delhi region, which we have also accommodated. We are trying to put up another L3, level 3 facilities certainly posing issue because of the lack of availability of oxygen. Because oxygen is so important a treatment for this disease. So I think that's what I mentioned, that if at this time, I think we should use all our resources of transport, whether it's air, whether it's railways, to quickly sort of meet this need in different places, and we have the enough oxygen. I think we sort of have been looking at this issue. Of course, I will also mention that we have been also trying to look at the auditing of oxygen use. Because sometimes you do find there is some kind where you can save the oxygen. And we have made a protocol in the state, which have been circulated to all the hospitals, how to conserve oxygen at this stage. So I think we need to work from all angles. But at the moment, I will say all efforts should be to make sure that oxygen is quickly available to all the places.
Yeah.
And if we have enough oxygen in the country, I think it's only a transport. Probably distant places, air should be used to transport the oxygen as quickly as possible. And I think once we have the oxygen, I'm sure we will be able to handle this surge which has come. And that is probably, in my mind, coming there as a bottleneck.
Yeah.